everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's the end of the month finish pages video, and it's one of my favourite videos. I love watching everybody else's completed pages videos, not just filming my own. I really do love to watch everybody else's. I find it so exciting to see what they've been up to. So I have had a bit of a slow month. The beginning of the month I really hurt my wrist and I couldn't really colour with it, so I had to rest that for about 2 weeks. And then we had a loss in the family, a death in the family, so I wasn't really around colouring much. So all this colouring, bar probably 1 or 2 pictures, has all been done in the last couple of weeks of the month. So I've not done too bad considering all things. I have just got a flare up as well. I think it's carpal tunnel, but I'm not sure. I'm not one for doctors and I've not been to the doctors. It was getting better with me resting it up and using a wrist strap, so I'll continue using the wrist strap, especially at night. But anyway, we'll not get into that. So first up, I'm going to show you a page that I completed in Camilla Derico's Pop Manga Cute and Creepy. So I had to do another page from this book, and I chose to do this double page spread. So cute. I did actually film this one. So the background I did a tutorial on my channel for, and it was distress ink, and then I splattered water over the top. That's what all the little white spots are. And then I splashed on some Winsor & Newton gold ink. So the metallic gold ink you can see shining, that's what that is. It's super pretty stuff. I've splashed it on everything since I got it new enough. So originally I did use Derwent ink tints on this little alien, but then it started pilling a bit, so I went over him with pencils. I used the ink tints on the tree and the leaves. I whited out his eyes with a Decoart Americana white acrylic paint, and then I drew this UFO in his eye, and I thought that was super cute. And in his other eye I put some confetti stars. He also is covered in stickles, so that's why he's shining like crazy. He's covered in the magenta stickles. So it's just a super fun page. The furry is ink tints as well with a bit of pencil. And again, stickles on her skirt and her wings. Super fun page to do. If you want something fun and not too serious, you don't want to colour anything realistic, this book is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to link all the books in the description of this video. A lot of them are off Amazon. You can get this one off Amazon. So that's that one in Camilla Derico's Cute and Creepy. Next up, I did one in a Marantine. Now this one, I did actually do a little reel, a little Instagram reel of it. And I did comment on there that it didn't go to plan. So it was this page. And I commented that it didn't go to plan because the hair strokes on the face were going off in all sorts of directions that aren't natural to a jaguar. I loved the bottom part of it, and people were commenting saying, well, it looks fine to me, but it does look okay from far away. It's when you bring it up close that you see the mess. And it is just the face. The body is fine. The face is a bit of a hair stroke disaster. So you might even be able to see with the light glaring on it how awful it is. But it is really, I mean, you hold it far away and it looks fine. Bring it close up, it's just not very pretty on the face. But the rest of it I do love. So the background I did in nail varnish. So one of the colours is actually the colour I've got on my nail here today. So that's the sort of turquoisey blue green. And then I've got a pink one. So when I do shine it in the light, ignore the jaguar. Oh, how awful does that look with the light glaring on it. But yeah, it's all glossy and it's raised as well, so you can feel the bump. It's very tactile, it's gorgeous. The hair I was really pleased with. The hair I used the Pastel Love pencils. It's the first time I've used them. I love how it turned out. I love the colour of it, but it was hard work with those pencils doing hair, so I'm not sure I would use those again for her. And I was getting quite a bit of a wax build up where I was putting in the hair to pressure, which was quite irritating. But anyway, all these little jewellery bits on the hair, the green bits were pencil and then all the rest was glitter gel pens. I was really happy with the skin. This is the closest I've got to an ethnic skin tone that hasn't turned out a total disaster. So I was really happy with this, really happy. I think she's beautiful. I really do love that skin colour. But her hair has just got this, the most marvellous sort of shiny appearance in where I've put the highlights on all the, is it dreadlocks? I absolutely love it. So that is in Anastasia Ella called Reva's Amarantine or Amarantine, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So next up is a couple of PDFs I did this month. So this one I did as part of the colouring checklist challenge. It was the only page I could find that represented Thanksgiving because, yeah, we don't celebrate it over here and I just couldn't find any pages. But I eventually found this page and I believe, is this some sort of traditional Thanksgiving costumes? I wasn't really sure because, like I said, we don't celebrate it, but I think that's what that is. But anyway, yeah, the background was all pencil background. I based these girls with my Winsor & Newton Pro markers, alcohol markers, and then I went over with some shading. And I put a bit of stickles on her boots as well. So you can see a little shiny gold boots, they're super cute. I liked how the pumpkins turned out on this one. But yeah, I wasn't really happy with her skin. Her skin's a bit dodgy. But yeah, used a washi tape around the edge. This is one I got from Gretel's Creates on Etsy. I have used it before on a page last month. And I thought I'd use it again on this page because it was like gardening tape. So it went well with the page. So that's that one. Next up was a PDF from Mariola Budek. So this was right at the start of the month, this one I think. Again, it's a washi tape around the edge from Gretel Creates. And I think I used the Pan Pastels for the skin on this one. And the background, or was that Distress Ink? No, that was Pan Pastel. Yeah, I used Pan Pastels for the background and the skin. I love how it turned out. The hair. What pencils did I use for the hair? You know, that could have been the Pastel Love pencils on this hair as well. It really could have been. And then all the hair decoration I did with stickles. I went stickle crazy on this page and I love how it turned out. When I was younger, all the rage for, do you remember the hair jewels where they used to have like a spiral that you used to put in your hair and it was like this little flower? I just had that image in my head and then this was like a hair brooch that I thought I'd recreate with the stickles. So we have got a bit of a glare, haven't we? If I bring it over to this side of my screen, you might be able to see a bit better. But yeah. And then, oh, I did this necklace with stickles as well. I love it. Look at that. Super cute. So that's Mariola Budek. So these ones were done right at the start of the month. When I hurt my wrist, when I had the trouble with the carpal tunnel, I went onto Amazon and I ordered myself a couple of colour by number books. So this one, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's a Disney Princesses one. And yeah, I just used my, what were they? Were this the Stabilo or the Statler fine liners or felt tips, some sort of felt tips that I purchased as well. So I did this one. I wouldn't normally colour things like this, but with a carpal tunnel I couldn't do anything else, and with this being felt tips I didn't have to press on. I could just barely touch the paper and the colour would go down. So that's why I picked these two books up off Amazon. So that is Snow White. It was really fun to do actually. And then I stuck this bow on myself because I had a bit of a disaster with some pen there and there, so I covered a bit of it up there, and I thought I can't stick another bow that well I could, but yeah, so that was that one. And the other book I purchased when I hurt my wrist was this one. This is a Zum Zum one. Now my girls used to collect these Zum Zums. They used to absolutely love them. They got rid of them all in the end, but yeah, they used to have a big obsession with the Zum Zums. So I did quite a lot of pages in here. I did these 2 pages. This was all where I was sat on the couch with my sore wrist, feeling sorry for myself. And then I did this little Mickey and Minnie Mouse one here. I actually used this one for one of the colouring checklist challenges prompts, which was colour a page that represents a destination or a vacation, somewhere you'd want to go. So I used Mickey and Minnie because I would really love to take the kids to Disneyland, and obviously they're the forefront of Disney, Mickey and Minnie. So yeah, that was that one. So they were my easy pages when I'd hurt my wrist. So the next one is in Ken Matsuda's book. This was done at the start of the month as well. This was very early on, this one. And this was our Little Snail. Now I did have a little vote going on for this page. I did do it on the channel, and I asked everyone to vote for a name for him, and I would pick my favourite name and write it on the page. So that's exactly what I did. So I used pencils for this, and I did document all the colours here. It was the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, and I tried to recreate a sort of watercolour effect on here. So hopefully I did sort of emulate that. The background was soft pastels, just chalk pastels that I scraped on and rubbed in with a cotton wool ball. I really love how this page came out. I really do. And let me hold it up so you can see the shine on the shell and all the details. I love the sort of the grass, the colour of the grass here, and the frog sort of blending in. It's super cute. There's his little name at the bottom, little Stanley. But yeah, love that one. It's one of my favourites. I need to pick another page to do out of this book. It's gorgeous. So it's Ken Matsuda. Next up was Circle of Life. So this one was what got me back into colouring after hurting my wrist, and I was so fed up, and I just, to be honest, I didn't want to sit down and colour. I'd gone into like a sort of mood. And then Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free asked if I'd like to do a body colour in this book, and she sent me a suggestion of a page and asked if I'd like to do it, and I said yeah. And I'm so thankful that she asked me to do it, because it pulled me out of a rut, to be honest. And it was this double page spread. I absolutely love this page. I'm going to turn my lamp around a little bit because it's putting the most awful glare on it. That's a bit better. So this was all Distress Ink background again, as with the Cute and Creepy page. So it was the exact same colours, and then the water splashed on, and then the Winsor & Newton gold ink, which if I move the book around you'll be able to see shining in the light. It was done with Polychromos pencils again, and then I did actually use a bit of the Derwent Inktense for this tree trunk or tree branch. But I love how my little cocoons and little moths turned out. I did do a sort of colour and chat in 3 parts for this page, so if you do want to watch that, it is on the channel. It'll be under playlists for colour and chats. So there was lots of white gel pen detailing on these as well. All these little dots, little bits here, and little dots dotted around on the leaves. I do love me a bit of white gel pen detail. I can go crazy with the white gel pen, I really can. But I have seen Colour Me Stress Free doing some nice details with the black Sakura Jelly Roll glaze, is it? So I might have to get myself one of them as well. You might have enabled me to pop onto Amazon and buy one of them, Debbie. But yeah, absolutely love it. And if you want to check out Debbie's page, we have our side-by-sides on Instagram. So my Instagram is linked down below in the description box if you want to check out Debbie's page, or head over to her finished pages video, because I do believe it's already up on her channel. So that was that in Circle of Life. So last but certainly not least, because it could be my favourite page of the month again. So last month I did do a page out of here and I did say it was my favourite page. This month I've done another page out of here and I think it might be my favourite page. I just adore this book. I adore everything about it. I have put a few videos up of how I've done some of this page, so I'll either link it in the description of this video or you can head on over to my playlist and it will be on that. So the page I did was this one. I absolutely love it. I love it. I just love everything about it. I love having a reference and copying. I just love how she turned out. So the leaves I did document in a video, and more recently I have just put a video up of how I created this detail, floral detail into there, because the original illustration didn't have any of this floral detailing. I've drawn that in myself. It was completely plain. The eyes, I have filmed that. I will be getting it up soon. I have filmed the eyes because someone wanted to know how I would colour the tears. So I have filmed that as well. As you can see, I've documented every single colour that I have used. So if anybody wants to know any particular colour, you can find out. It is the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils that I used. I'm really impressed with this page, really impressed from the texture of the leaves to the details that I've drawn in to the skin, because I can just see so much improvement in my skin, especially on this page. This has got to be one of the best skins I've done in regards to getting different colours and tones in there. The colours that I used on this skin was beige red, cinnamon, burnt ochre, coral and light magenta, and that light magenta looks really nice into the skin tone. It really does. It looks really pretty. I picked up that it had that light magenta or something similar. Just looking in the corner over here there, you can see a sort of purple tinge, so I sort of picked out that sort of colour myself. I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's all my pages for August. I didn't do any artwork this month, obviously, with the things I've got going on. I didn't have the time and my hand was sore, so I wasn't going to be doing any pet portraits or anything like that. But fingers crossed, the children are back to school in a few days. Yippee! So I'm going to schedule some time in to do some regular stuff. So look out for that. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you will be notified when I put new content up. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the video and drop me a comment down below with what was your favourite page. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.